Welcome to Script Doctors, where we fix what Hollywood won't. This week's episode, Star Trek Beyond. A decent sequel to the recent reboot of the Star Trek universe, we see the continuing story of James T. Kirk and his crew in search of blah 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 blah. It's a standard setup. They're gonna save someone and then oh no, some blah blah blah. I can't spoil it in this section. It's a fun movie. It's entertaining, but it's not near as good as the second movie. I think that there are a lot of problems with pacing in this movie. As much as I love Simon Pegg, I'm sorry, it's drawn out way too much in the first act. There's not enough of things that need to be set up to make the payoff the right way. I would still watch this movie. If you are a fan of Star Trek, go see it in the theaters. If you're not, it's still a fun ride. This is the same director that did some of the Fast and the Furious movies, so go check it out. I'm going to do the spoiler section here, so you're all warned now. The biggest problem with this movie is the setup and the first act taking way too long. All of the first act and second act could probably have been condensed in the first 30 minutes of this movie, and I think that was the biggest problem. If you are not already invested in these characters wholeheartedly, it may be a little hard for you to keep up. The villain attacks the ship, and there's really no setup to who the villain is. The crew is split up into 5 groups. 5 groups. That's a lot to keep track of. 2 groups split up actually on the planet, and then the other group that's actually captured by the villain would have worked much better. Again, this should have been done really, really quickly. I'd say by the end of the first act, that's when this should have been done. It needed to be a lot tighter, and I think it would have really helped if they would have set up the antagonist at the beginning of the movie, and we would have left little seeds along the way to piece it together that it actually was the captain of the Franklin. I think that was a very cool ending. I had no problem with that. I had no problem with his motive once we realized what the motive was. The problem was before that, it just seemed like he was this vampiric character that sucked the life out of people. And the pacing could have fixed that to rush us in and give us enough clues and enough interest and drum up enough suspense as to, you know, this guy, he's going to take over things. Oh, we heard about this. This guy does these things. That's all you need. That's really all you need. Overall, this is still a good movie, but that's how you would have fixed it. The other fix, other than the cleaning up the pacing, was the makeup job. Idris Elba's character, and the makeup is really great, but Idris Elba's character sucks the life out of people, and he starts changing his form. So it almost seemed like he was getting closer to himself, closer to what he was before, the more people that he absorbed. The problem was, because of the transitioning, there were a few moments where if you weren't in tune with his voice or what was going on, he would pop on the screen and you couldn't quite tell, is this Idris Elba's character or is this one of his captains? And then you realize it afterwards. Immediately when he comes on screen, he needs to be identifiable. He's your antagonist. He needs to walk on screen and immediately you know who he is. Immediately you know what he's doing. And there were a few times, because of the makeup change, that it was hard to do that. You introduce the character, and then shortly after you change his facial features, made it a little rough. Also, I thought the hiding the thing and the face hugger head, anyways, let us know, what did you think of Star Trek Beyond? Did you like it? Did you think that that this is a good sequel to the other Star Trek movies? Did you prefer the second movie or the first one? I would also be remiss if I didn't mention the recent passing of Anton Yelchin and the less recent but just as impactful, if not more impactful, death of Leonard Nimoy, both of which were honored in this film. And Anton's performance is great in this. He was underutilized in a lot of films. He was great in Green Room and many other movies. So I encourage you to actually go check out more of his work. Just wanted to make sure I added that, tack it on at the end. So see you guys later. You're gonna feel this